course, they're all red. What else we got here? Throw icicle. Pult of magma. Iron shot though. Oh. Dang. Annihilated. Yeah, I should probably get Iron Shot. Well, I have a lot of spell levels now because I've been training spellcasting. Go ahead and turn that off a bit and really kind of underdeveloped some defenses here. I don't really have very good dodging or anything. There's too many of these damn things. Probably just take different stairs. Oh. Destroy him, my pet. Go, go, go. Oh, that's cool. You know, I mean, not everybody takes this game like, oh, gasp. Look, it's time. Oh, hey, it's one of Substyly's songs. Man, I really need to finish that damn playlist. Takes me like 2 months. I'll go and like every 2 months I'll go and add like 10 songs. That's a bunch of good songs on there. Yep. I mean, obviously having fun is like the most important part, and not everybody wants to like sit down and focus on a game like this. A lot of people just want, I mean, that's where for me the game has always been the most fun, when you're figuring out like how to win it, I guess, but not everybody likes that. Right on. I'd love to see a Substyly stream. I saw Total Recall is in Nescathlon. Or, yeah, that's what it's called, Nescathlon. That's pretty cool. See you at the party, Victor. Everyone hates it. Everyone loves the memes from that movie. I mean, I've watched you play it. It looks like it's a fun speed run, but maybe it's one of those things that's an acquire. Got 5 kids to feed. God, that movie is so weird. Yeah, I should sit down and try to do it, man. I've been memeing about doing Nest streams for like literally years at this point, and I don't know what it is with me in that, you know, it's like you get I've tested it. My computer can handle it and stream it okay. I think it's just that it's like there's still a little bit of setup, and of course you got to learn the route of a game. But there's so many games that I really want to like try to run, and it would be fun to be able to just pick up a game that's like an easy speed run and just do it, you know. Just to, even if it's just getting a PB, because I'm on emulator. Obviously, I don't have CRT and an actual NES, and I don't know that I would ever get that hardcore about it. Use the emulator Nesticle. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, even if you do go after, I mean, if I went after some record, it obviously wouldn't be in some important game. It would be something lesser known, but Nesticle. There were the other ones. There was a couple of them that same like guy made, and they were all really like weird edgelord names. It was a cool emulator for its time, though, because it was like the best one available, and it was everyone loved the interface. I can't really like melee this guy. Well, now I can. What do we got here? Oh, translucent quarterstaff. Well, it's not really going to happen. Oh, I don't know if anybody filled out the good old acquire poll. Let's see if I got any good troll entries. Probably nobody even saw that I put that up, or maybe one person did. And probably selected acquire food. Jewel and gold. Huh. Interesting. Gold is not the worst choice, given that there is some stuff I want to buy. Jewel is never that great of a choice. Let's see, OBS, are you able to get back? It's always a crapshoot getting OBS to like figure out based on the window tracking. Like, yeah, here. It's like I have to switch to the focus this window, switch to focus that one. There it goes. Because it uses window titles. It really needs a better system for that. So, yeah, I mean, the best case is obviously really good, you know, but that's true of pretty much a lot of acquirement choices. The best case is great, and it's just that the average case is kind of what you shoot for. Yeah, that is also a thing. You feel that surge of like, oh crap, this is really good. I better not screw this up, and then you get really oddly nervous, and somehow it like feeds into. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes you just die completely unrelated, but it's funny when it does. It used to be that when I tried to speedrun in this game, and I would get like the early Sif. I was speedrunning with like Sif to try to get like good summoner high score, and it was like you would get a book gift and you would get Sif and everything happened early. I'm just getting really nervous. I'm like, crap, what's gonna screw up this run? That does all. Usually this game likes to give you an extreme in one area and then an extreme in another area, and most of the stuff it gives you, of course, is average, but you really note the extreme, and it'll be like a run where you get the extreme good loot, and then yeah, the extreme crazy, say, you know, layer or set of levels or set of events or whatever, and you don't notice all the stuff that just rolled pretty average. You just remember that extreme good loot, and then of course the extreme bad thing, which was the relevant thing if it actually killed you, or if it didn't kill you, it was like a source of like grief for 2 hours of the run, and that's what you remember. So what am I? No, I don't want to do staff. I mean, I have a reasonable staff. Probably not. Conj would be a really good one to get, but I'll probably find it eventually. Oh crap. I looked at my shopping list, but then I didn't look at it. What do I actually have here? Obviously, that ring, I can afford it now, though. Ring of Wizardry would be good eventually. I already have a staff. I heard they have some stuff to buy, but yeah, it's not incredible here. Just some stuff I'd like to buy eventually that I'll eventually have. Jewelry, I mean, I definitely could use better jewelry, but the average case is so crappy. Then again, there's armor, which also has a pretty crappy average case. Evocable is never bad, of course. It's actually pretty good because it's useful. It's just not very sexy because it's like, okay, yeah, now I have a sack of spiders, which is actually fine, but actually with my Evo, it's just, I want something that's kind of good now. Do I go armor? You know what, I'm going to go armor. Pair of ruined boots. I just wasted an enchant scroll, so if these are a lot better. But at the same time, okay, that helmet is not good. Boots of running, let's go. Oh, damn. Always acquire armor. Literally 100% of the time, acquire armor, never fails. How do you think Mega Man? Oh, there it is. 5-star. So this is good. Now I actually have access to this ability. It was indeed, lately. It was indeed. Classic Mega Man 3. Good soundtrack on this game. Not really my favorite NES game. Or my favorite Mega Man. It's a solid Mega Man for sure. Definitely one of the better ones. A lot of people like this one a lot. Not that I'm like a huge Mega Man aficionado, but yeah. It's got a cool kind of jazzy flair to it. Or at least in some of the tracks, maybe not this one. Some of the wily stages are just obnoxious. Yeah, I mean, I think the main stages in 3 are generally really strong. And the the boss refight stages are pretty cool too. What I didn't like about 3 was that the wily stages in 3 felt just really like lackluster and kind of like low effort. And generally also kind of too easy. If you speedrun Mega Man 2, I'm sure the wily stages would piss you off though. But they were really fun when you first played them. They were like notably harder and obviously really thematic. Of course there was the wily music, which was awesome. But they were just really cool and kind of experimental and interesting, and 3 felt like kind of going through the numbers when it came to the wily stages. The refight stages were kind of cool. But they, I don't know, maybe they added that sort of gimmick and at the expense of the rest of the game. And I didn't really like the fighting the bosses from 2 so much. I mean, I guess that is actually interesting. I could see people finding that really neat, but I had played 2 and I was like, what? I fought these guys in the last game. You're just recycling content. But that's all really, that kind of preference is all totally subjective. Some people just like different stuff. What is my other one? Snake Pit? I guess what I'd like to see for boss fights are the kind of, yeah, Subsidia's favorite. For the Mega Man boss fights are when they give you non-Robot Master boss fights that feel kind of really creative and different. And that's one of the things you would get from the Wily stages. You got those in 3, of course, because they did those, but the refights from 2 are just like, okay, yeah, it's more bosses, and it's ones that I had fought in the previous game. none of that is like, it's not like those guys when they're making these games are like, that's what's funny about these games like DCSS is like the design of these games just is really slow because the development is pretty slow compared to a commercial game where there's a release cycle and there's a team of really, like, you know, talented programmers working on it and they have to get the game out the door. DCSS is this really slow development cycle, both because people are working on it who are many of whom are very talented programmers, some of whom though are just sort of like varying levels of skill when it comes to programming, and it's all done on personal hobby time, so development is just generally slow. And then it's also iterating for like years, decades even, constantly like evolving. So we have the luxury of just thinking out stuff just sort of happens slowly, and then you kind of critique some of those old games that are like, you know, Capcom's yelling at some group of 5 poor, like, you know, Japanese programmers like, you must release this game in 8 months, 6 months. And some dude's frantically trying to code together a game, get it released, and you're like, it's easy to like critique, you know, what their work in retrospect, but they weren't really working under the same conditions. Okay, this is fun right now. Well, actually I'm gonna blink. Okay, it's not so bad. There we go. I want to get Mr. Block Mamba out of my face, preferably. I don't want to take any melee damage from this guy. Alright. Go curing. God damn it, how many freaking Black Mambas are there? Christ, dude. Is he slow? Alright. He's resistant to fire. Yeah, he's immune to fire. So it's kind of a pain that they happen to throw a salamander at me at the beginning. I do have lightning spire. What does he have? He's got a trident. So does he move? Does it actually say? Yeah, you can definitely get stuff like that for sure. I don't have any Orlek actually, so it's gonna have to be like bolt to fire it on site. Oh, I could use this would be fun time to use divine knowledge. Let's see. Oh wait, what's my fail rate? Oh, here we go. Here it is. Let's do some crazy ass spell. Dragon form. Ooh, I know what I wanted to do. Where is it? Oh, do I not? Oh, there it is. Here it is, boys. We're going big. Oh crap! Dragon arrives to answer your call. I need to channel. Okay, we lost it, but oh yeah. Come on, dragons. Why? That's how you deal with snakes, Substyley. You just cast Dragon's Call. I think you got to remember, it's the piety cost isn't based on the spell. That's an interesting idea, I suppose, though. Yes, you can cast any spell regardless of skill training, and the spell power is going to be based on you get a bonus from invocations. Yes, regardless of training. But as you can see, look at my piety, because that costs 12 piety, and now I dropped down and I lost access to it. Now, if if we're really concerned about, this is not a thing you can do. But think sanctuary. Think Zen sanctuary. I did lower the piety cost a little bit. I might increase it. But if you think what sanctuary does, it's like this save you instantly no matter what type ability, and that's kind of like what this is, because it's got a very high piety cost. If you use it more than, you know, if you use it more than once, it's quite possible you'll lose access to it. I used it once and lost access to it. The piety could be adjusted up even so that it could be even more expensive. It's going to be a fun one to play around with. I should have done this when I came into the level, honestly. I further used piety by having to channel, but I kind of forgot how Dragon's Call. It's based on spell power. You're casting the normal spell. Yeah, you can see it went out, but they lasted long enough. You can actually see what I don't have access to it anymore, so I can't show you. I could do without the useless black mambas. I need to learn Iron Shot. Look at this crap. Bolts of magma. Lucky I resisted that, honestly. Oh my god, come on now. That thing is so annoying. I'm pissed that they made salamanders. Like, these are rare monsters and they had to make frickin' salamanders at the entry vault. All the damn monsters. Like, don't make ones resistant to my crap. I'm gonna learn Iron Shot. Really getting much of a rest here. Ugh. Rather than run into black, I'm just gonna bolt to fire you, you pain in the butt. Gonna go up. We can rest. Jeez, down to 3-star. Cannot kill a black mamba with 2 fireballs. That's how bad our spell power is. Spell power is not bad. The int I have. MP is not that high. Actually gonna go buy that. I guess really I should not train spell power and just use Sif's ability, but I would love to have access to divine knowledge, so I want to use a bit less of it. Lose like 3 EV, but I gain 3 AC, so it's fine. So turn to Substyly's favorite branch. Oh yeah, Party Blob. Damn it, Black Mamba. Oh, there we go, yeah. Swift, good spell. It's as reasonable a theory as anything. Got the +2 Boots of Running. Yeah, it's pretty insane. Oof. There's some people have a force more for that mic. You can put one in there. It's kind of annoying if you trigger it, but it does prevent that kind of stuff. I think I used to have it and I removed it because I just kind of found it annoying. I might still have it. Yeah, there's a few ways you can do stuff like that. There's specifically for like out of range or like, you know, the message for like you can't go there. There's another one for teleport, which you might want to put a force more for. Well, thank you yet again, Black Mamba.